Good morning. We're live. I'm live. How's it going, everybody? It's Thursday, July 9th. If you're here from the big YouTube episode 50 stream yesterday, welcome. Thanks for joining us here on Twitch. We took the roll out of bed and hit record or hit stream button thing a little bit more literally today than we usually do. So Allison will be joining us shortly, because we were actually in bed like 5 minutes ago and realized we had slept in a little bit too late. But normally, or I say normally, the last 2 Thursdays what we've been doing is reviewing old Door Monster videos and just like playing 3 of them and kind of like providing commentary on them. So to start with today, go ahead and let us know in the chat which ones you would like to see. If you have any suggestions, we're not going to review ones that we've already done, but if there's any sketches you want to see us do commentary on, go ahead and suggest those, and I'll pick out the first one that we haven't done already, and we'll load that up. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna chat with you guys until Allison gets here. I also have a cat. This is Ash. This is our new kitten. She's still very, very kitten, and has been the cause of many distractions here on this show. Let's see, we're already getting some suggestions in. Sir Rhinus suggested I Am Bread first, and we have not done that one yet, so I'll probably load that one up first. I'm also seeing FTL Use the Doors, the Team Rocket Pokemon video, D&D Diplomacy. Those are all great suggestions. We'll start with I Am Bread, because Sir Rhinus got in there real fast with the highlighted comment. And then we'll take suggestions again. But yeah, how are you guys doing? What's up? I hear Allison coming in. What's that? How you guys doing? No. We normally do that Mondays and Fridays. I guess. Alright, I'm gonna tweet it right when we load the first video up. We got I Am Bread suggested as the first Door Monster sketch to review today.
Oh my goodness, okay. You guys were worried, but here I am.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, let me get a...
I just take a little longer on certain days.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, I was telling them we also literally got out of bed 5 minutes ago, which is a little bit later than we usually do it. I managed to get up at 7:30 each day. That's
normal for me.
That's true. Talk to chat.
Hi, chat. Good morning.
While I get a video.
What were you guys talking about?
This is a little bit more how this show usually goes for you new people.
There aren't any new people.
Yesterday we were very, very carefully planned.
Are there new people?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
We have 50 viewers.
Who's new? Who in the chat is the
out yourself? Person? We'll point at you.
Who just started yesterday?
Sky Ghost says I'm new. Good morning, Sky Ghost.
Good morning.
Oh,
happy to have you.
Look at all the new people.
Wow.
Droon.
So see, this is the thing. We already have 50 people without a tweet. That's like our normal high.
That's a good point.
It's only 8:12 right now.
I'm sweating.
Why?
You didn't turn the AC down last night.
Oh. Well, you didn't either.
Well, I don't normally do it. So why should I remember to do something I don't do very much? Hey, pointing is rude. Pointing is necessary. So I took sign language in high school, and it became one of my favorite languages because they don't have filler words. And
oh, yeah.
One of my teachers' go-to examples of this was like describing people. Thank you for following.
Subscribe, actually.
Thank you for subscribing, Purple Ranger. You're the MVP.
Thank you.
But in and her example for this was like describing fat people. Because there weren't. She was a fat woman. But she was also my favorite teacher ever. She said that in sign language there aren't filler words, so you can't say things like chubby, or what was the word she used? Fluffy, or like those kind of things.
Use that word to describe themselves.
And so we're a room full of. You've heard somebody use that word to describe themselves?
That one comedian who calls himself Fluffy.
That makes sense. So we're in a room full of high school students, and she's like, the way you have to assess people's weight, like in sign, like if you have to describe somebody, you point at them to like acknowledge who they are, and then you make like large people gestures. And you have different sizes. She's like, if you're not that large, you do like this, and if you're very large, you do like this. And I'm like, what? What? I think sign language has maybe adapted to not be so like brutal, but like if someone's got something physically going on, you just have to describe it, like in hands and motions and stuff. You just deal with that.
I do like that a lot. I have no idea where this video is. Where is I Am Bread?
Did you call it something else?
I don't know what else I would have called it. It's just named after the game and stayed that way the
Alan
entire time.
P. Blatt says, could you also do Stellaris?
Potentially, yes.
Phoenix Rising says,
like
sign
one.
language sounds incredibly rude. Yeah, kinda. It involves lots of pointing and, it involves lots of pointing.
It's definitely like blunt at the very least.
Well, they don't have other words. You have to describe what something looks like.
Out of necessity, blunt.
It's very, what's the word? Like, archaic isn't quite the word. Something else. It's something else. Petite says that your hair looks lovely today.
I don't believe you, but thank you. I found it. I got it.
All right, here we go. I Am
I was
Bread.
looking in the wrong year.
All right, so we'll play this and then we'll do our commentary. But first, watch the video.
Yeah. All right. Let me.
It's not rude. It's precise.
All right. There we go. Play into the video one time. And that's why I think my bread is alive.
You should take these.
We're right here. Hello. We're back.
Hello. Yeah,
You can
hey.
hear us again.
Oops.
That actually was.
Rustage
that
is
was
here.
good.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Rustage.
We're very happy that you've arrived.
This was a good choice of video. It was a fun one to commentate on.
So here's my question.
Okay.
So you often write these scripts, the sort of narrative scripts like I Am Bread and the the Halloween one, the pumpkin one. What was that one called again?
Diggory.
You write these scripts and they're always very and you do this with other things too, and it just sort of like pops up occasionally. You have this very inspirational, uplifting, sort of motivating, adorable style when you write things.
Yeah.
But I don't see it anywhere else, and it's kind of because you're a very internal processor. But
Like you don't see it anywhere else on me.
yeah, it doesn't like show up in real life. Like you don't talk about things like Mr. Rogers or anything. Like it's not like you don't have this overarching mentality that matches this video all the time. So my question
I do
is,
have a couple videos that kind of have this feel.
you have so many videos that have this feel. You write like this all the time. All of your things feel like this. So my question is, does this, do you just like this and you choose to write like this because you've seen things and so you're sort of taking those ideas from things you've seen before because they make you feel good? Or is this your inherent writing style?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I think, off the top of my head, I think it's probably Kingdom Hearts' fault.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts opens with this crazy, super emotional musical montage, like some weird combo between like this inspirational video and like a little bit of like Japanese J-pop kind of music sound or something. And it's I when I first saw it as like a 12-year-old, I was like mesmerized by the opening cinematic of Kingdom Hearts.
Okay,
and
so
I definitely feel like that's made its way into a lot of my writing.
That makes sense.
A lot of things, like the Guards themselves, both movies, including the one we're currently working on, open up with a whole musical sequence with like the.
That's true.
I don't know. It's hard for me to. I have to catch myself to not open with a musical sequence on a lot of things that I do.
That's pretty great. Okay, I've always wondered about that.
No, it's a really good question, actually, because I've thought about that before, too, because I've caught myself doing it so many times.
You can tell we have, like, true OG fans in chat because they're asking for Wubby videos and Gary the Misanthrope and, like
wow.
Look at you guys. Anyway, how'd you make this video?
This is probably what got me really into doing like trick effects, like practical trick effects, because people tried to figure out how this is working a lot. If it was like stop motion or like what this could possibly be.
There is a behind the scenes video on it that's worth checking out.
It's just a comparison of like before and after the effects. But it's literally just I bought a loaf of bread and I bought wood skewers, and I'm off to the side with the skewers stuck into the side of the bread, long ways, which was hard to do.
So you can't see it?
Yeah.
Like they're thin enough to go through the bread?
They're thinner than the total width of the bread, but only by a little bit. So it was really hard to weave them in, and I destroyed a lot of pieces of bread just trying to set up for the next shot most of the time. And I have like at most two so that I can kind of like bend it, and I'm just like puppeting the bread with wood skewers, and that's why one side of it is pretty much always hidden. That one shot that we just passed where it kind of like turns back and then turns again, I had to go in and manually replace a piece of it because the stick was overlapping. But in pretty much all the rest of them, you can't, the opposite side that you can't see, there's a stick stuck in there, and if I was in shot, I just went and painted myself out.
This would have taken forever with having to set down the camera every time.
And I also did this entirely by myself. I was the only one on set. My parents left the house for the day, and so I just took over the living room. That was a green screen, technically. Okay. I had that just on a green screen flopping around.
That's the into the toaster is one of the most impressive parts.
That one took a long time. I think I destroyed
Someone asked how you did the smiley, the toasty smiley.
I think just a lighter. I think I just had a lighter and then just like burned the smiley face into it.
Okay, wow, that's pretty good for that, I think. This face. Do you know how many things I make that face at, like, on a daily basis? So many things where I'm like, I just make that face because I don't remember how I ended up where I am. Many, many times. All the time.
It's often at our YouTube videos, too.
That's true. That's true. All right, guys, what's the next video?
Writing says Kyle could totally write a YouTube rewind correctly. I actually don't even disagree with that. If I cared enough about the videos from that year, I could make a 2010 rewind great.
Kyle could absolutely make an amazing rewind. Actually, most people, I think, could probably do a pretty good rewind other than YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much everybody could do a better job than YouTube does.
Magic Sword says, oh no, Magic Sword is being outed as new. Hello.
Hello.
You've been outed.
All right, we have, I'll let you pick out of these new ones. We got people throwing out Pokemon teams these days, D&D Perception, Gary the Misanthrope, Minecraft is Intense.
Didn't we do Minecraft is Intense last time?
I don't think so. I don't think we've done it yet on the show.
So those are my three options.
At one point...
Who am I going to disappoint today?
We also had somebody throw out FTL earlier.
None of these are my favorites.
Which one do you like out of these? Because these are the ones they're asking for.
Okay. Minecraft is Intense is my favorite one out of those.
Okay. I'll pull that one up then.
Yeah. What were the other ones? D&D what?
Perception.
Which one is that?
Right? So is that what you said?
Yeah. Which one is
That's
that?
the one with Squire. That you and I filmed at his place.
That's a good one. Actually, that one might be fun.
Yeah, you want me to hold up to get that one
Yeah,
instead?
let's do that one.
Yeah, this is it. All right. Chat to chat for just a second while I
Oh,
grab it.
chat. He's finding it. Tax fraud. Is that a video that we have?
I don't believe so.
Kyle reads out 4 things, Allison. These are my 3 options. Minecraft is Intense is a really good one. It's people always like the videos and want to talk about the videos that you did all by yourself. So it's like no one can say anything on those videos. I will say that the bread video is one of the things that made me had the biggest crush on Kyle.
Wait, really?
Yes. Wandering Wig Malaria says, "How did I never notice the toast had a smiley face?"
He's happy because he got to become Toast. That was also the only video where I didn't really write jokes or a plot. I just
That's
made
true.
a video of the game. That's what the game is.
It's kind of a sick premise, isn't it?
And you try to reach the toaster. And it's like a weird Octodad kind of thing where you're like just controlling the 4 corners of the bread with different control sticks and trying to like make your way across the house.
Seeing your faces on this lovely morning fills you with happiness.
Oh,
That's from Rustage.
thanks.
We love you, Rustage.
We love you.
Please come live with us.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's. Here is D&D Perception with Squire.
Well.
Who said that? Who goes there?
It is I, Cavras the Risen, keeper of this very creepy, although slightly dilapidated castle. Beyond these walls, you'll find only your doom awaits you.
Show yourself, foul creature of the night.
I'm standing right here, in broad daylight. Look at me. Up a little. There, yes.
Ah, clever trick, you foul sorcerer.
Turn back now and save your miserable life. Or enter my castle and join the ranks of my undead army.
We'll see about that. I've emptied entire dungeons with my eyes closed. Yours will be no different.
Yeah, I think you'll find this dungeon a little bit more tricky than what you're used to. You might want to pay attention.
No clear way in. Not to worry, I can play your games.
This stone doesn't quite fit with the others. Maybe it's a switch of some kind.
Are you incredibly stupid?
To the contrary, I think you'll find that I have one of the highest intelligence scores in the land.
Oh, I see. You're blind. Sorry.
It has been said that I am, and I quote, so oblivious to my surroundings that I probably wouldn't notice somebody yelling that at my face for the 13th time. Joke's on them, though. Totally noticed.
Yeah, you might have missed a few key details, right? Why don't you try looking again?
Aha! Maybe this stone.
A hint, perhaps. The entrance to this dungeon isn't as obscured as you think.
Aha! A magical portal. Oh, you're a sly one, Cavras. I will give you that.
Wait! Out of interest, do you always insist on running headfirst into mysterious floating lights?
Only when they are portals to unknown dangers.
Maybe you should examine, yeah? A little closer first.
Yep, looks like a pretty standard magical portal to me.
No, you're not Look, I'm worried you're not quite noticing the big picture here. For both our sakes, please, right? Try looking for some more clues.
I'm not gonna find any more clues than I already have. I think I know what a portal looks like.
Oh, for the love of... How is your perception this low? Hello? Are you dead? Hello? You know what?
My God. The portal sent me to a parallel universe.
It's not a portal, it's a trap. I've got literally dozens of them lining the walls.
Ah, nice catch. I never would have noticed that.
Yeah, well, I did put them there.
Well, that seems like an unfair advantage.
Tell me, how do you expect to get through this dungeon if you can't even get inside?
I don't need to notice things to defeat them.
Yes, you do, especially when those things are traps and monsters and ghosts and clues about how to get into the next room of a meticulously designed labyrinth like this that provides a captivating and enjoyable gameplay experience.
Wait a minute. Why did you bring me back to life?
Because I stayed up until 4:30 in the morning laying out this intricate necromancer dungeon, and it's no fun for me if some idiot comes along and dies slipping on the bloody doormat.
Did I miss a doormat?
Of course you did. You're incapable of interacting with the world around you. You might as well be dead. Speaking of which, you are dead. You're a ghost. You haven't even noticed.
Oh. Well, that's a bummer.
You might as well just leave.
I'll make you a deal. How about if I can get through your dungeon as a ghost, you restore me to life?
Point to the door right now.
Alternate proposal. How about if I can find the general vicinity of the entrance?
Oh, look! Right next to you, within arm's reach, are my glasses of +10 perception. Yes, I must have dropped them by accident, and they're right there.
Oh. What? Okay, in my defense, a closed door looks a lot like a wall.
Just go in.
Ta-da.
Allison.
All right. That had a lot of everything, actually.
Yeah. I forgot how much went into that video.
So,
'cause-
Kyle, tell us why you villainize British people so much.
Well, it's only Ollie and Weeble and any other British person we've ever had in our videos.
Rusted, you're next. Coming for you.
I guess that's true because I think we had Digby in there as an actual slave-owning bird alien. So
Wow. You've been caught. You've been outed. That was actually a really long video.
yeah, it was.
This was almost fun to film.
Yeah.
So it's never. I say it's never. It was 4 people on set. It was Kyle and Squire who were in it, and then Ollie is his name, and then the Iron Armenian who was Ollie's
Haig.
friend.
That's his name.
That's his
Remember
name.
Haig? Yeah. Haig.
He's one of my favorite people I've ever met in my entire life.
He was great.
He's amazing. He has the British accent that has like I don't know I've heard a lot of people have it, but I don't know where it comes from. He has F's instead
He has more of a London
THs.
accent. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love his accent. And then it was me crying because it was freezing. So I physically was like shivering to the point where I could hardly move, but I still got every single one of these shots. Suck it. But yeah, no, this was a
I
great
can't believe
video.
how many, the variety of shots we got. This was the most bare bones thing. This was on our trip to England, and we took one bag of, some loose random costume pieces, and a camera, and a microphone,
Yeah.
and I guess a tripod, and a we didn't even bring a microphone stand. We were using his, because they were too big to fit in the bag.
Yeah, yeah. So fun thing about Ollie's shots, he's actually all the way across this giant ditch. We just had to use a super zoom lens.
These were right next to him. The ones that, I don't even think he's facing the same direction.
I don't think they were.
No, the ones, his close-ups, he was not even facing the direction that he is in the wide, because we had to try and find a better-looking background for the shot. He's, right now,
Oh, you're
he's
right.
facing, to the right or whatever, based on,
But even
relative to the
they're
other
not
shot.
right in front of him. Those are super zoomed in. That's why he's not the right kind of focus. He has that blurry edge around him because the camera's zoomed in all the way.
we weren't as far as we were during that over-the-shoulder,
Because
I don't think.
I don't know if that's true. We recorded close-ups of him.
I remember getting
zoomed
set up
all
much
the way
closer
in.
than that.
I remember us having to move closer a little bit and then turn him.
It was a hard day. The landscape here was, so we are technically at the ruins of an old castle, but it's like there's barely anything left.
True.
The castle shot at the beginning is a completely different castle
Right.
because there are multiple.
Oh my god,
in
that
the
was
area.
so god. We went to go see that castle, and Kyle's like, "All right, this is my time." We were like, "You're only gonna be able to do this once because you're gonna run out of energy to go all the way down and then back up that giant hill." And I'm like, "Do it once and nail it because you're gonna get tired so fast, and none of them are gonna be as good as the first."
I was like, I will go full speed down and then up this hill.
Honestly, I said if you tripped, it would be better.
I'm gonna restart it just so we can see that shot.
You should. That shot's really great. That was a ton of fun. I mean, it wasn't complicated to get, but
This was actually like a public tourist attraction kind of castle.
look at me with those zooms,
Yeah.
killing it. Yeah, nice.
And then right here, we're in a different location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Closer to where Ollie lived.
Dude, the color editing on this one was really hard too. But it looks good. It's a good looking video.
The footage was definitely like rough. It was freezing. The sun went down at 4. we had just been like we had had a week by this point.
Also, at this point, the sun is still out, so it would occasionally come out and then back, which means some shots we just
yeah.
had Kyle completely blown out by sun. It was great. It was great.
I don't remember what castle it was. Small Splat was asking. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, the
it's
big one that we
it's
ran
in
to?
Norwich.
It's
and
not
it's-
in Norwich. Wasn't
Well,
it like
right,
really
sorry, it's
far
outside
from
of Norwich.
Norwich?
It's like north of Norwich. I mean, you know, it's English far from Norwich.
You say that, but I remember us being pretty far out. So you're Rodriguez in this one, right? You're Rodriguez
Basically.
inspired.
Yeah.
Another
I'm basically
classic
just playing
Kyle
the same character.
How do you do that thing where you show all of your teeth and like do like a crooked mouth when you talk?
I don't know.
How do you do that? It's very cool. I like all of your teeth.
This
So-
whole ditch is much less pleasant than it looks on screen, which makes me think that like filming like Monty Python or something
These
must have been
shots-
actually miserable.
Those shots were a nightmare too. Every single shot in this was so hard to get.
It really was.
So
But you
hard.
know what? Still better than filming outside in Texas at 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. in the afternoon in
I
the summer.
physically, do you remember when I had hiccups for like an hour out
Yes.
here? This was not an enjoyable shoot for me. This was a good one.
This was the same
Great.
trip that we did the Yogscast sketch too. Though.
This was
the second one that
One
we had
of the
done.
best trips I've ever been on.
Which is weird because it was also definitely one of the worst at the time. Like there were lots of problems while we were having it, but looking back, the memories are only good.
This was actually a pretty good trip, but it started off terrible. We got out, we
went
got
in and
off
out.
the plane, got in our rental car, and Kyle literally blew out our tire within an hour of being in England.
We definitely have some behind the scenes of this. Actually, it was an adventure. It was
remember
we
when
had
all the-
hardships, and then we would run into friends, and they would rescue us, and then we'd run into hardships again, and it would just kind of like go back and forth over and over.
You're right. No, this was actually, I forgot all the other hard parts. Actually, yeah, no, this was a really hard trip. But at one point, we got lost in the middle of a small town where we blew out our tire, and so we went into a retirement home where a bunch of old ladies offered us really good English cookies
Yeah.
and tea until we could get somebody out there to fix our car.
Yeah,
which
they were
took
very
forever
nice.
because we managed to make it pretty far from the airport.
It was
And
Pearly,
also-
which we mentioned liking, like we were complimenting on this on the behind the scenes video,
It's the
and
first-
everybody from England was like, "Pearly, really?
What is-
that's the place?"
What does this mean?
I don't know. I think it sounds like it's just kind of like a weird little like.
Kyle's like, we'll go into a Tesco, and I said, what's a Tesco? And then and then he mocked me for like an hour. Why would I know that?
I don't know.
All right, what video are we gonna play next?
Actually, I think probably we should go ahead and go to Matt because we're about halfway through the show already.
We started
from the-
late. We're only 20 minutes in.
Okay, we can do one more video. One more video.
One more
We'll get
video.
one more suggestion.
Let's do it. One more. It's the first one that I see. We're gonna do. How about that weather?
How about okay?
What is that? What is that one?
That's the really early one with Jeffrey and Ian.
Why?
Yeah, why would anyone pick that?
It was the
You did
first
say the
thing.
first one.
I did.
Are you gonna stick? You want to stick to your word, or you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Or do you want to go to Cup and String, which is literally the second one?
I can't be a liar on stream. You can't make me a liar. Let's go to How About That Weather.
All right,
Here we go.
you did this to us.
I didn't do anything.
No, sorry, I was talking to them.
You did this to us. Thanks, Dylan. I don't actually remember. Is this video any good?
It's fine.
Small Spot says, I actually really dislike the cup and string one.
What really? That's fair. It's a different style. Like it's definitely like a
It's somebody-
combination of
yeah.
us and Tim Kish.
It's half the writing style is someone else's style.
Oh, this render of that gate is so bad.
No, it's not that
I
bad.
didn't know what I was doing at the time.
It's not that bad. I remember you doing it. All right, here we go.
It'd be great.
We'll be back in a bit.
Hi, neighbor.
Hi. You...
How about that weather? Pretty fantastic, right?
It's been pretty awful.
Sure is. Way better than the freezing cold of the homeland.
Where are you from?
How about that sports team? I'd say they're pretty conversation worthy.
Which one?
The popular one, with the mascot and the ball.
Oh yeah, they have been doing pretty good. Did they make state?
No idea. Hey, speaking of the federal government, you work there, right?
Do I work where?
You know, one of those big black buildings filled with capitalists.
Yeah, kind of. I'm a courier.
So you transport vital American secrets. Go freedom.
I just deliver envelopes.
So how about that highway traffic? Getting worse every day, am I right?
I'm sorry, are we done with the whole weird government thing?
Personally, I blame the immigrants.
What? Oh, the traffic? Yeah. I guess there are a lot of people moving into the city lately.
Times sure were better in the old days, back when the city noise didn't keep interrupting all of our barbecues and patriotism.
I guess?
So how about those nuclear launch codes? Anything new in that area?
Okay.
Come on, don't you ever just sneak a peek?
Not really my area.
Right, of course. Those checks and balances, gotta love them. Hey, how about that president? What's his itinerary for the next 7 to 12 days?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Just making casual conversation.
Wait a minute. Are you that guy who just moved here from Russia?
What are you talking about? Don't. Oh, I mean, what are you talking about, bro?
All right, I'm leaving. Don't follow me.
All right, neighbor. Have a good one. Target is escaping.
You'll have to take him out. Discreetly.
Right. Hey, how about that pavement?
Koro by Nikki. The song is called Koro by Nikki.
Oh, okay. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, hi.
Hi, everybody.
So, it's 2020, and it's still okay to make fun of Russians. And I think it probably will always be.
And I think that's mostly their fault, probably.
I think they like it.
They do kind of like, at least in American like pop culture, Russians are like the villains who enjoy being villains. They are the only group that you can still like stick in video games and movies and stuff just as like objective villains by nationality, and people don't get offended.
I don't know anything about this video. I didn't know you. I wasn't around.
Mighty Hydrator says making fun of us is very fair, so I assume he's Russian.
Hell yeah, we got a Russian person in our chat.
I apologize if
I don't.
If our KGB stuff is a little bit
Bro, that's
over
amazing.
the top sometimes.
I don't know Russians could be on the internet.
But yeah, it's a very large country full of people with technology.
That I know actually nothing
They
about.
mostly just don't care, I think is the main thing.
Name
It's
one
just-
history class where you learned anything about Russia.
No, I mean, like, they mentioned, the Cold War, but that's the only context Americans have for what Russia is.
And that's really funny because all I remember is they were like, we were going to lose. We were always going to lose. That's all I remember from hearing my history class. They were
What,
like...
the Russians were?
No.
Or Americans were?
America.
Oh, okay.
They were like, here's what we decided to do. We decided to go leave our warm country and go fight in the cold against...
attacking Russia has never worked for anybody in the history of the world.
Doesn't matter. Here, we're back to the video. So I don't know what any of the conversation of this video
I don't even remember what this premise was. Like, we came up with this. This was the last video of the first few months of doing this. We started in October 2014. We did like some Sims videos and a Civ one and like a few things, and then we needed one like around New Year's. And so we just threw this video idea together. I don't remember where this came from. Of like these like this weird like revealing that somebody was. I think it was just a joke. It was just like, how about that weather, and then like extending into like, like. Hey, how about those nuclear codes or whatever?
So I do remember that the conversation happening is supposed to be awkward.
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious because all you did was write how you guys actually communicate to people at the time. This is not a weird conversation. This is how I feel like a lot of Door Monster reacted to people that were not Door Monster people. But I know you were intentionally writing an awkward conversation.
Yeah.
But
meaning like him walking up and talking and then Jeffrey being all awkward about it.
Yeah. That was just Jeffrey being normal.
Yeah.
And you being normal.
Jeffrey tries to like engage a couple times, but then Ian asks a weird thing afterwards.
True.
So it's I think Jeffrey actually did a really good job of like acting in this one,
I agree.
playing out the like trying to feel out what's happening the whole time.
This is actually so I remember bits and pieces of this, but as soon as you grow up and you buy a house, now you're in a neighborhood and you have neighbors. This is very much what it feels like interacting with any neighbor at any point in time.
You're right. I didn't have that experience at the time, but it did turn out to be true.
No, yeah, you were ahead of yourself.
Ian's also really good at acting like he's acting.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. He's good at acting like he's a person who is trying to act.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is
John was also on set this day. He's holding the reflector the whole time. That's why their faces aren't blown out. But the cars are.
Oh, fascinating.
But yeah, the other note about this one is this is the one where Ian could not
100
make
viewers!
himself. Hey, wow, holy crap! 100
Don't
viewers
leave.
on a Thursday.
I'll cry if you leave. These are usually pretty good days. We watch Door Monster videos.
Yeah, but nobody knows this is happening.
True. But here you are.
But this is the one where Ian could not tackle Jeffrey at the end because Ian's self-preservation sense is too high and he can't let himself fall over. So anytime he has to fall over in a video, it looks really awkward. On this one, he finally manages to tackle him, but what you don't see is the mattress we had to drag out and place on the sidewalk underneath them that I had to go in and remove.
There's
in
a
After
mattress
Effects.
in that shot?
I had to remove a mattress and then cut them out and then edit them down a little bit more as they fall so that they actually hit the ground. And then it cuts right as they hit the ground because then if you're just watching them lay on the ground, it would look really weird because they're hanging off of a mattress, so they wouldn't actually line up with the flat ground. That's why it cuts so fast right at the end of it.
Holy crap! So
Because Ian just couldn't, even with the mattress, it took forever to get him to get a realistic looking take of that happening.
Ian's talked about this before, but Ian cannot. Elfrelight says the mattress was brought up recently. How is this oblivious? How is Allison this oblivious? So I remember you bringing this up, but I didn't remember the shot that you were talking about.
I think
so
Ian
I thought
talked about it recently. Yeah,
that's true. So I remember you talking about it, and that doesn't sound like anything extraordinary. Except that was a huge wide shot of the sidewalk and watching them get tackled and fall. And holy crap, that was crazy.
Because like it didn't have to be like a full on tackle. It was still pavement, but we were gonna be safe about it. It was like, all right, you're just gonna kind of come up, Jeffrey. You're gonna let that the trick with stunts is the person getting attacked is the one doing all the work.
Yeah.
For the most part. So it really would have been up to Jeffrey to do the dive and then Ian to follow him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just couldn't make it work.
There's This is not my problem. So I've tackled Ian once, and I've hit Kyle with a pole a few times.
There was the one that, like other Ian falls were the one where he falls onto the couch, but it's actually because you actually tackled him. You just threw your whole weight. It just happened in real life.
I was told to do this.
And then there's, Ian also mentioned during the Westworld video, he has to fall over after getting shot. And the one that's currently in there was the best one, but it's still him like stumbling back a little bit, falling over and catching himself with his hand and then slowly laying down.
I don't know why. Every time I imagine that one, I just sort of imagine Ian getting shot and then like falling on the ground and then rolling.
No, it's more just he just kind of sits.
I know.
Really all that happens.
The Westworld video is really good. We should actually do that one at some point. We'll do that one next week.
That's the one that we even had JP make custom music for. I always forget. There's the piano, like the piano bar version of "I'm Not a Robot" by Marina and the Diamonds.
Koshek the Hovering Cat says, I think it was Drawing a Blank. They had a D&D character that inspired Jaeger's voice.
What Drawing a Blank D&D character?
Right here.
What am I?
That they had talked about.
I'm blanking on. Oh, okay. They were talking about it on Drawing a Blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha. Ian, actually, from what I remember, Ian's Russian accent is copied from an old college roommate's Russian accent. They used to just do it at each other.
Yeah.
And so we used that, and then later that turned into the whole.
No, that was super solid. Well, I remember. How many of your friends did you ask to hit your other friends?
A lot, but it's okay. I asked them to hit me too.
That's true.
my only policy was I will not
remember.
ask you to do anything that I won't do myself.
I feel like they're the people who get hit and the people who have to hit.
And
I'm definitely the have to hit because you guys hit me once in the Russian video. There was the Russia pizza video that we did, the KGB pizza one, and they hit me, and they didn't hit me, but they faked hit me, and there was one shot where they were supposed to hit me, so they just like do the big like slap across the face, or gun slap or whatever.
Yeah.
And I act, and then I look back up, and Ian and Kyle are both, so they're doing the Russian shot, and they're both looking at me like, no, we can't. We can't put this in the video.
We had the whole like warehouse room set up. We're sitting across, and I do like the hit, and Allison acts out being realistically hit, and me and Ian both like just something like clicks. We both look at each other like, this ain't gonna fly. We're gonna have to change something about this. This is like it shouldn't be, but it's completely different than it usually is when we do this.
It's such a comedic moment.
Well, we had to tell you, like, you got to cartoon this up like a lot if you can't make this feel real, or it's gonna get way too dark, way too fast.
No, but for me it was such a cartoon moment because I do everything.
You also painted the makeup on. That was the other thing. Like normally we don't do that, but you did the whole like bruise on your face and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like right after the first fake hit and you acting, I was like, we're gonna get some bad comments on this one.
We didn't get a single bad comment, by the way. You guys were totally cool with them
because
beating me up.
you ended up cartoonifying it, and I added actual cartoon sound effects in, so like it ended up working fine.
The moment was comedy gold.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious.
As I'm just like I hang my head and I look back up, and both Ian and Kyle are like. No, we can't do this. We can't do this. You guys are like right up in my face because that's the shot of you
Right.
guys was just you guys both looking
Right.
like up close and you just look at each other and go, no, this isn't gonna work. Wandering Wig Malaria says we need to see this.
All right, we have Matt ready to go. And
Let's go, baby.
He's having a rough time apparently.
No, why?
I don't know.
He doesn't look ready to go.
I don't know yet.
He looks very unready to go.
This is true. He said that he would jump on the show still. Wait, what the hell
happened?
just happened? I
Whoa.
don't know.
Whoa.
Discord lagged.
Can you release the footage?
I'm
That
sure
might
I
be
have
recorded.
it somewhere.
Yeah, that might be
I
recorded.
have to go
I
dig
don't know
through
if,
it again, but
I don't know if the whole moment was recorded as I'm
'cause
describing
the
it.
camera's probably only facing one direction.
But yeah, we can. The audio is probably there, and it's probably really funny. Someone said I'm too good at acting. That's true. They were like, "That's way too realistic. Please stop." People are gonna get real mad.
You probably have to turn the
Oh, yeah.
volume up just a touch,
Matt.
just so he doesn't echo.
What?
Oh hey, sorry.
What are you yelling at me for already?
We gotta.
You know what time it is?
Whoa.
And you're yelling.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Matt, how are things going?
I'm in so much pain.
What happened?
I just exist on this planet.
That's hard.
I know.
I'm
It's
sorry.
not great. Oh, I got an
Oh,
Amazon Prime
what is
package.
this shirt?
So. Love in the time of Corona.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
amazing.
that's a topical shirt.
How'd the shoot go?
It was hot, but it was
Yeah.
really fun. That thing is cool. It doesn't go 60 miles per hour, but it does go 40 miles per hour.
That feels fast.
It was fast, but after like 2 minutes, I was like, I wish this thing went faster. I'm a speed demon, and I'm going to get a motorcycle when I get money for sure.
You said
Absolutely.
you're gonna get a motorcycle.
Yes.
I would highly recommend not doing this.
Of course you would. Of
My
course
mom-
you would.
My mom works in your city, and she says the highest amount of deaths she gets in Austin are from motorcycle deaths.
Yeah.
She gets like 6 a day.
Yeah. I'm going to be one of them. What don't you get about this?
Actually, the worst story she ever had was a guy who didn't die but got pushed over onto Mopac to the side because he was in a motorcycle and someone else was in a car. So he got pushed all the way over, and his arm got caught between the bike and the like railing, and it basically just like twisted all the way backwards at his elbow, and then he just it just got like dragged on the concrete wall of the highway.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. His arm didn't make it, but
Yeah, that's
But
probably
otherwise-
me.
you'll
What?
probably be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking freckly. Do you get freckles?
Yeah, I'm wondering why I look so blotchy. Looks like someone turned up the that one filter on Lightroom that makes everyone's skin look insane. You know?
Yeah.
Do I have any? Are there any? I don't take care of myself, so could be that.
Are you in pain from the shoot yesterday, or just unrelated?
No, I woke up at 8. Per usual, my alarm went off, and I was like, "Boy, this story sucks." Never mind. It's just a bad story.
We're all so heavily invested. We hang on your every word, Matt.
I'm just sleepy. Is basically it. I was gonna go back to sleep and skip the show because I was up till like 4 a.m. and then like I couldn't go back to sleep, so I'm just like awake and in pain. I'll get over it.
The videos we watched some Door Monster videos today. We watched How About That Weather, which is the Ian and Jeffrey one where Ian is a Russian agent and tackles Jeffrey. And then we watched
I Am Bread.
I Am Bread,
Okay.
which is a classic. What was the other one we watched?
The one with Squire,
we
D&D
watched the
Perception.
D&D Perception one with Ollie in England. Have you seen any of those?
I've seen the D&D Perception one, and I've heard of I Am Bread as like a legend. It's like a legend,
It is. It's
But I
a
don't think
legendary
I've seen
video.
but I've seen Squire fooling around with you in the woods.
That weirdly happens every time we go and see Ollie.
What? Just going out in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, it's England.
That's what's there. That's where you go film.
It's true.
You go into the woods and you find a cryptid.
So we have some new people in chat, and they're desperately asking for weather.
All right, you hogs. I'll give you what you want. I'll give you your slop.
OG Matt segment.
All right. I'm standing in my weather spot.
Puffle Master says the best parts of England are the woods and the castles. I think that's also like 98% of the parts of England, right? Isn't that pretty much all there is?
Oh, look at it.
And here it is. The sky is out. And
Very cool.
And the sun is out, and there's clouds to be seen.
How hot is it?
It's so hot already. It's so hot already.
I'm so sorry.
It's going to be 102 on Sunday.
No.
Sunday and Monday, or Saturday and Sunday, one of the two. And then like 98 every other day, so it's not much different. There's a breeze right now, which is, it feels great. There hasn't been a breeze in a while. I'm loving it. But, no, it's uninhabitable outside.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
People would like to know how often the sky is not out.
More than you'd think, actually. Sometimes I walk outside and it's just eldritch horrors as far as the eye can see. Just
How are the mosquitoes?
mercifully absent.
Wow.
But I don't
good
want
day.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak too soon. It might be the breeze that's like keeping them from holding course to my legs.
Matt, why don't you give chat a Texas fact before we head out?
What kind of Texas fact?
Your favorite Texas fact.
My favorite Texas fact.
You could also tell us how you feel about Russians.
Oh, I can't do that. Just kidding.
It's a Texas fact then.
Let's see. We already did the "Don't mess with Texas" one. That one's like the cutest Texas fact.
You could even just tell us your favorite Texas place.
My favorite Texas place?
Yeah.
I've always had a soft spot for Texarkana.
No, you have. No, you don't. Nobody has that.
Yeah, not like
Why? What's there?
just as a concept. Because I don't know if you know this, but it's half in Texas and half in Arkansas. Hence
You know
the
what it
name.
is?
So it's a city with two homes.
I've been to
That was pretty
Texarkana,
great.
and there is a cop posted at every 10 miles in Texarkana. It's a
Yeah.
speed trap. The whole city. That's all it's known for.
Yeah, that's a lot of Texas actually. Hold on, there's a better one.
Then
better one.
Texarkana.
Yeah, well, that one's the best one conceptually.
Isn't there the Four Corners one? Isn't there like Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and
That's Arizona, Utah,
Hold on.
New Mexico, and Colorado. But I don't think there's actually a city on the Four Corners. I think there's just like a shitty plaque.
that makes sense.
And you're like, wow, I'm in the 4 states. Who cares?
All right, before we get to headlines,
All right, Matt.
Well, I'm
we'll
sorry,
let you get back to sleep or whatever you want to do. Thanks for
I'm not going to sleep.
coming on.
I'm going to bury myself in the leaves.
That works too.
Enjoy yourself, Matt.
We'll
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll get back to you tomorrow in the leaves, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be in the trash can.
Okay, I'll see you in the trash can. Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
bye.
Matt. Matt is precious.
Tried to reinforce that because I'm
poor
partially
Matt.
really hoping that he ends up in a trash can. tomorrow.
100% Matt will be in a 100% Matt will be in a trash can tomorrow, without fail.
Unless he finds out that we said it out loud, because his only for sure thing is that if you successfully guess what he's planning on doing, then he won't do it.
Yeah. All right.
Some headlines.
Here we go.
Before
Here
the
we
show's
go.
out. What do we got?
I'll let you pick. I like it better when you just randomly pick.
When I pick, just
Close your eyes.
Okay, great.
All right. You pick. Okay. Here we go.
What did I pick? Is it a good one?
It's a 1. None of them were great this morning. It's a Thursday. Here's the first headline.
News is not allowed to happen on Thursdays. What are we doing here?
All right, today I learned scientists believe that the egg came first. The first chicken egg was laid by a bird who wasn't a chicken.
That's not how that works.
It is how that works.
No.
What do you mean? What? How could you say that?
The question is false. The question is a trick.
What do you mean no.
What we call a chicken didn't like. It's not like a different bird had an egg, laid an egg, and then a chicken came out. That's not how evolution works.
But the article.
That's what today I learned, and they say scientists very vaguely.
You say that, but
That's not
this
how
had
it
to happen
works.
at some point. Well,
No, that's not. That's not. We define what a chicken is. So I mean, yes, technically we can
It was an
define
early
like
chicken.
which thing starts as a chicken, but its parent wasn't.
yeah.
No, that's not how that works.
Well,
You don't give birth to something that isn't a copy of yourself.
You can say that, but a short-necked giraffe and a long-necked giraffe could be identified as different species. So as long as you
Yeah,
just
but
give
that
birth,
didn't happen either. A short-necked giraffe that looked like a horse did not give birth to a long-necked giraffe. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen that fast.
well, it wasn't like a 6-foot-long
like
neck or whatever.
it may have
but
given birth to a giraffe with like a neck that was like 0.3 inches longer or something.
that
but that's
doesn't
about,
even. No, that makes
like,
even less
that's
sense.
still like too much of a jump.
It's one genetic mutation, and then
No,
it's
but that's not how that works. That one weird errant genetic mutation does not then change the entire species. Like multiple of them have to exist to then breed together and then keep passing that mutation on. It did not. There was not like dodo bird laid egg and then chicken came out. That never happened.
They were close, but no.
That's why it's a philosophical
Something very
conundrum, is 'cause it doesn't-
close. Something very close to a chicken laid a chicken, but it wasn't a chicken.
But okay, but even if that's true, it only wasn't a chicken by the slimmest hair, and only because we decided to define that as not a chicken and its baby as a chicken for no reason. That's the only way that could
Well,
happen.
there was probably a reason.
But there's not. There isn't it's not a strong enough change. That's the problem.
There could be strong changes in
Like, the
one.
question-
One genetic mutation could be a
Not-
strong enough change.
That's not one genetic mutation. That's a species to a different species.
No, they're all still birds.
The answer to that question, what came first, the chicken or the egg, is microscopic protozoa and the primordial soup came first. That's the answer to that question. Just nobody wants to say it.
We should ask God.
You do that.
Wow. You know what? God zapping a chicken into existence makes as much sense as everything you just said. With your soup.
It doesn't, though.
Well, in terms of the skills I have, being able to prove your theory and my theory are equal.
Okay, but I have tons of books being able to prove my theory.
Scientists
You have
disagree.
maybe one. No, that person writing on Today I Learned disagrees. You don't just get to say scientists said this.
I already said it. Scientists say it.
Ricky says, I study soup. Nice reference to something literally no one has seen.
True. Agreed. Thank you. All three of us get that reference. Science is a liar sometimes. And when science lies, God steps in.
Scientists are a liar sometimes. Science is not a liar sometimes. That is the whole point.
You can fight me. You can just look at all the people you've upset. They're so angry.
I think we've definitively decided which one of us is the Scully in our relationship.
How dare you? How dare you? Today I learned that turkeys will attack or attempt to dominate humans they view as subordinate.
That I believe.
A lot of birds today, actually. Wasn't even thinking
you
about
just get
it.
a bunch of bird facts.
Wow.
Turkeys are mean.
You're making people pick sides. Someone asked if I was religious. The answer is it's very complicated.
Yeah, no, that's true. You have a more complicated history relationship with religion than I think I do. Actually, you've gone back and forth a lot more.
I believe in the religious elements as they truly are, how I see them, but I subscribe very little to Christianity.
Which I actually believe. Like, if I were religious, I'd be the same way. You and I really aren't that far apart, I think, in our final philosophies.
The Bible's one of my favorite books ever to exist. However, I don't think it says half the things people think it says.
No.
In the way that they think that it says it. So I don't know. Anyway, turkeys.
That's its own whole conversation.
Turkeys. So, could you imagine just, So this should be a sketch probably, because I can imagine how you would imagine running into a turkey and it like sizing you up.
Yeah.
Like 5 people walk up to a turkey. This turkey is gonna size up all 5 of those people to decide which one it's gonna attack.
That's true. I wonder how they.
It's gonna be me,
I wonder how they
because
judge.
I hate all large birds, starting from geese and going up to ostriches, which are just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So it's a completely reasonable fear that I don't understand why everyone doesn't have. But man, do I hate geese. Is it geese?
Yes. That is the plural.
That's the next bigger thing than a duck, right?
Yeah. Generally.
Okay. Don't like geese. Geese are mean.
Ducks are okay though.
Ducks are fine. What has a duck ever done?
Crapped on Ricky's porch. A lot.
That's true. But I scare ducks. Geese scare me. Like, it stops there. Like, that's the in-between, which is like, I look at a duck and it's like, I'm gonna leave. I look at a goose and it's like, I'm ready. We're gonna go. It's gonna happen.
Also ready.
Also, the first comment of this says, so do I just, like, kick it?
I think turkeys are actually kind of dangerous too.
I think turkeys are dangerous. I think
turkeys are.
People
really
die
wanna-
from wild turkeys.
Birds, man.
We've been behind chat a little bit.
I don't. So Allison really doesn't like birds like at all.
I hate all birds.
I like birds until they start talking. I have a really weird, like, uncanny valley kind of fear about birds that talk. They just bother me a lot. I don't know why. It's just like I don't like, because I know they don't have lips or anything that should make those sounds, and they still do, and it's weird, and I don't like it.
This is a comment. Koshek the hovering cat says, how insulting it must be to have a fucking turkey look at you and think, yeah, I'm better than him. This is amazing. This is great theory. I like also just gooses from Pufflemaster. Thank you. Right. Kyle has this really irrational fear of
I'm not sure it's irrational.
I don't know if it is either, because I have it too. Birds that talk are really spooky.
It's the same kind of like uncomfortable feeling you get from seeing like a robot that looks like a human, but not quite. Like, it's that same kind of like, it's the uncanny valley thing where it's like this is just off. There's just something is just wrong with this.
There's one horrible video that was on Reddit like a few weeks ago, and it's the sound of a crying child. Like, it's just like a sobbing child, and you see this guy who's like, he's filming the whole
just
thing.
Like backstage somewhere,
and he walks,
and you hear this kid crying.
Yeah, like full on, like, kid is just sobbing hysterically. And he walks up to a crate, and I'm like, that makes sense that a kid would be crying in a crate. Like, what the hell is going on? And it's a fucking bird making exactly that. Like, this is why horror stories exist.
Honestly, yeah, this is like why you hear like ghost children in the woods, is because there's friggin' birds out there that just like have speakers installed, and the birds aren't real. This is just more support for the Reddit theory.
Small Splat says they have no idea what they're saying. They just mimic sounds. I don't know if that's scarier or less scary.
Some of them kind of can have an idea of what they're saying. Like, I know
dogs.
parrots can be taught like the basic meaning behind a few words. They can like identify colors or something if you're like training them by giving them food.
Yeah.
They can't like converse, but yeah, I mean, most of it is just mimicking. But I still don't like it.
No.
it just bothers me.
No.
Like gorillas learning sign language and communicating, I think is freaking amazing. I want to meet a gorilla that knows sign language one day.
Princess
That's
says,
super cool. But birds are birds. They shouldn't be able to talk. It skews me out. I don't know. It's kind of like the Ricky animatronic thing, I guess. It's just like it's just a weird thing that gets to me.
Princess says, I think there's a bird that sounds like a woman being stabbed and murdered.
I bet there is.
That's also the sound foxes make.
Yeah.
Sounds like screaming women. Nature is scary, bro. Like, we would not make it. No chance. Humans would never make it.
Well, we did.
I'm calling it right now. No. No.
We did. We definitively made it.
No,
we won.
no. That can't be true.
I agree. It doesn't make any sense, but somehow, here we are.
It's true. Kyle is bird racist. 100%. The race of birds.
No, that's the thing. I'm not. You are.
True.
It's only when they start talking. It just I don't know.
That's true. You really just only don't like the talking birds. I hate
I
all
like
birds.
Otherwise.
I don't like that they can fly and poop. Like, at the same time. Like, I don't like this element of birds. Which
That's
is
what
that
gets you.
no, plenty of other things get me, but I just don't like the interaction of just like birds fly. and they just rain down poop on people, and we're supposed to be like, wow, what a great animal to exist. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 majestic. Also, they make horrendous, loud, gawking sounds all the time that I cannot stand. They're just dirty, pooping, loud, planed animals.
I will say
the
only like rivalry that I have with another animal is with Ian and Rachel's bird, though. I still don't dislike birds, but that bird dislikes me, and I don't know why. So I hate it back because it started hating me first.
That's fair. It's fair.
All right. Let's
Kyle
see if we
is
got.
bird racist and Allison kicks puppies. No, just children. I have never kicked a puppy, but I cannot say the same for children. But I've already explained why. You were all there, probably.
Let's get.
Or that was just really.
We got a comment from Mighty Hydrator that said dogs can be taught to recognize words and their exact meanings, and if you give them the means to express themselves, buttons that play words like play and outside, they will. Yeah, I think that's freaking awesome.
You know what I didn't even get to talk about today?
What?
Lyme disease.
That's true.
I was going to talk about Lyme disease today.
And
I should have done that instead of the headlines. And bees. Lyme disease and bees.
We'll get to that sometime. Next tomorrow's show, somebody just comment Lyme disease and bees.
I'm going to forget if you don't. So Lyme disease and bees.
See if
you're going to want to hear about this.
Did we get the thing reposted? The push the
button?
Yeah, there we go.
Button.
Puffmaster, you were always so on point. You're amazing.
Geese kick Allison. That's fucking
If Puffmaster never says, if he ever just disappears from chat, we're just gonna think he died, and it's gonna be like a whole thing.
But one day when we need him most.
He says, push the button, you gain super hearing, but everything you hear sounds like it was recorded through a bad microphone. So does that mean you can, like, a super hearing, I assume, just means, like, from a distance, so you can just, like, hear anything, like, from really far away?
Or you could hear something very, very quiet.
Yeah, but it only sounds like it's recorded through, like a 1950s, like, radio
yeah,
microphone.
I don't want this at all.
No?
There's so many things I never want to hear.
No, that's fair. That's not the angle I was thinking about
Think
it from.
about all
but
the things happening in this room that are making noise that you don't want to hear.
yeah, well, I
Like-
assume you'd be able to control it to some degree, right? That would be the benefit, is
if
to
not,
be
then
able
you
to-
would die.
I mean,
because you'd
yeah.
be hearing
If
all
not,
sounds at
then
all
it's just
times.
objectively bad. But like, the trade-off would be that you gain. I assume the ability
You
to
can
control,
trigger it.
like being able to like hear little bits of information from really far
Imagine
away. And stuff.
hearing ants walk.
This would be perfect if you wanted.
You could hear like one bug on your ceiling like making its way through.
If you wanted to be like an old-timey spy, this is absolutely perfect because one, you have an extra skill that lets you hear things from far away, and two, you're always in the right like mindset because everything sounds like a radio play.
I don't like this. I don't like that. I will not push this button. Will anybody push this
Fair
button?
enough. I probably
Chat, will
wouldn't
any
either.
one of you push this button? I have to know. But I will not be pushing this button. I don't want to hear most things.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, Princeps says, "Imagine hearing all the birds." Kyle, yep, nope. I will not push. You convinced me.
The Russian will push it.
Yes, that makes sense.
That does make sense. That's because Russians already have hypersensitive hearing. They can hear you walking
What?
from miles away.
What do you know about Russia?
Absolutely
What do you
nothing.
think you know about Russia?
I have learned literally zero things about Russian other than at some point.
Only American propaganda
It was-
posters. That's all you know.
I don't even know if I know those. I know a lot about Russian mail order brides because I watched a
Okay.
lot of documentaries on that. Don't even know if it's as big of a problem. It's the only thing I know about Russia. So it's like if the population is only that, then that's all I know. The only other like history fact I know is there was apparently I don't remember the name. She was nicknamed something, but there was a Russian sniper who like single-handedly
remember this.
killed like hundreds of men. She would just like sit in a tree and just like knock them out one by one, and she is my freaking hero.
Small Splat says all of Russia is bears just pretending to be people.
That was my other theory. Well, because so the women want to leave based on the documentary I've seen. So if the men are all bears, then that 100% fits into a very reasonable understanding of how Russia functions. So, and there's only one Russian guy in chat, so Russians can't even he has to type fast to keep up. Like no one else can defend Russia.
You must speak for all of Russia.
Pufflemaster says I'm on holiday next week, so I might not be able to push the buttons.
Oh no! What will we do?
Oh crap.
Other people will have to fight to fill the power gap left by Pufflemaster.
That's gonna be hard.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We got at 2 o'clock later today. We have Acts of Feminism, which is us. We're streaming
crap.
a podcast.
Oh God, yeah, we're doing that.
That'll be right here on the same channel.
It's gonna be great.
Tune in for that.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Don't know what we're talking about. We'll figure it out before then. Yeah, you want to do Lost?
We could do Lost.
Or
something better.
Later this evening, we have Ian and Rachel's drawing stream, which got renamed to Con Artist, and I didn't know that, and
No.
I've been calling it the wrong thing.
Yeah,
for
Con
a while.
Artist is so much better.
So that is at 7 p.m. Central Time tonight. So be sure to tune in for that, and we will be back tomorrow morning with more of this. I think
Yeah.
we have to have a friend on, so we should
Go
probably
check out
pick
Acts of
somebody.
Feminism today at 2 p.m.
Yeah, and I also need to upload those. Now that I got all of these uploaded, I need to go back and turn those into a podcast and get them on Spotify and,
Bro,
and
you're
all that
really
stuff.
gonna piss people off if you just upload bulk episodes of Acts of Feminism. People are gonna be like, Jesus.
True. We have three of them.
All
I'll
right.
space it out a little bit. I'll have it upload like every other day or something.
Goodbye,
We just lose
specifically
subscribers.
to the Russians who I feel like I've deeply offended. You guys are great.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Don't ever change.
We'll see you in the morning.